Question of the hour. What should people consider when they're starting their very first short-term rental?
Probably the first question is, do you want to self-manage or not? So I kind of found my niche self-managing a Disney Airbnb about 7 hours from a 7-hour drive. Well, with kids, it's a 7-hour drive. And it turns out it's not as difficult as you'd think if you use systems and leverage local service providers.
Yeah.
And you can actually make a ton more money that way, but you have to be willing to put up with all the fun things that potentially come with that. All the issues are now your issues instead of your property manager's issues. But some people have a stomach for that, some people don't, but that's probably the first thing you need to consider, because that's going to make a huge difference on your ROI when you start analyzing properties.
True. And I mean, one of the key distinctions between like long-term, like your traditional, renter, and then short-term rentals is you're not providing housing, you're providing hospitality, you're providing experience, which that rolls into a completely different type of management system, right?
I think that it's really, really important to have a team of professionals in the area that can be relied on. So the most important thing I think that really makes a good short-term rental business is having a good cleaner on your side. That is so important. So we went through a period where we lost, actually, I think it was about 3 cleaners. And then we found our golden goose.
All right.
So she is managing now cleaning our 6 properties. And then we also have an amazing maintenance guy that is 24/7 for us. And he actually has a system to where he provides that for specifically short-term rental hosts.
We were flipping houses. We've been about 5 years in, and we're just running the grind. I mean, flipping anything and everything we could as fast as we could. And, you're always up against that cash flow crunch and trying to get that puzzle figured out. And so we kind of had this light bulb moment of there's another way, and we've been seeing a lot of other people doing Airbnb. Let's look into this. And it was my wife who really dug in and found this method we'd never even heard of, but basically renting out a rental. And so there's some guy off somewhere doing it, and he put together this little course, and I think it was like $500 or something she paid to do it. And it just like completely opened our eyes to some possibilities that we didn't know it really existed.
Continue to think uniquely in the Airbnb space. I think because it's growing so well, you need to be able to stand out, not just in the pictures. While pictures are important and reviews are hugely important, continue to be as unique as possible. Whether it's, have a client who just bought 2 houses next to each other, and they're going to have a compound where they can Airbnb like 60 people. That's unique, where you can have an entire family reunion through an Airbnb, or other clients. Our apartment complexes. We've thought where we have 2 units, one of our apartment complexes. Let's just test it out. Let's furnish them and see if it works. There's good, bad, and different. The property managers are struggling, right? Because they're not used to that whole short-term rental concept. So I think just continue to think outside the box, because short-term rentals are obviously here to stay. And so it's just a matter of you standing out in a positive, unique position, kind of like Bianca was saying. I love Bianca's mindset. She's like, I want to do something different, because that's what you really need to do in this industry to stand out and make the money.
So we decided to go ahead and jump into the Airbnb game right before COVID hit and everything got shut down, right? So that was a bit of a hurdle in the beginning in terms of our expected returns, but the benefit was the location was still the location. And individuals who might not be going there particularly to the parks, whether it be Disney World, Universal, etc., we're still going there to vacation and to relax. The pool was a very, very big draw for us. So we've been able to go ahead and still see profit margins. Not as much as we were expecting, but definitely better than what we were having before with the rental.
What were some of the biggest learning moments? Like, man, I totally wish I knew that before turning this onto short term.
One of your guests mentioned earlier, like short-term rental existed way before Airbnb, right? And so we all hear this Airbnb thing, we think, okay, it gotta be like a destinations, it's gotta be something fun. But there's so many other reasons why people come and book a stay. For this home in particular, it's near downtown and it's near the medical center. So the biggest eye opener for me was they could be anywhere. You know, they don't have to be in anything specific. It could be a normal neighborhood.